Welcome back, guys. Boy, do we have a surprise for you. But before we get into that, I want to tell you about the yellow banana Peterbilt that we were looking at the auction. I did find out what they wanted for it because it's actually owned by the auction. They wanted $21,000 for it, and that is just not where I want to spend $21,000, to be honest. The truck, as you guys saw, needed engine work, and it was in really rough shape. So I didn't want to buy another project because we have so many going on. I know you guys want us to finish and complete projects. A lot of the projects we have right now, like the Burnout, Flat Nasty Truck, the Lincoln, and the little Bobcat. Those are the 3 projects we've got right now. We're waiting on lots of parts for them. I'm trying to get all the parts gathered up before we tear into them and dedicate like a week or 2 on the project. So with that being said, I was scrolling through OfferUp today and we found this jewel. Absolute freaking unit of a DayCab Cabover. I cannot contain my excitement, guys. Look at this thing. It's an all-original 1989 white. It's a Volvo GM Heavy Duty Corporation. This is a white GMC made by Volvo. I don't know who it's made by, but it's a DayCab, and look how sweet it is. Like, the paint is like immaculate. It's got a little dent there. But this thing is in amazing shape. It looks like it's got a wet kit on it. We don't need the wet kit, but it's got a Caterpillar engine. And it's air ride. So the guy we're buying it from just pulled up. We're going to deal with him, then we'll show you more about it. So how long have you had it?
About 3
Is that it right there?
No, it's not all open. I think it's a hinge, so you can
okay.
open them up. You can see here where it's belong. There's some pen on it.
United States Marine Corps.
Yep. It looks like airport.
So who'd you buy it from?
Some Supreme Towing Company.
Really? Wow. This thing is awesome. You recording? All right. Make sure it's in neutral. Here we go. Wow, does it run good? Man, this thing's cool. I can't get over like how good a shape. It's been repainted, obviously.
Yes,
but
yes. So it looks like it's being repainted. But it's keeping in a good shape. I mean,
yeah. That holds air. I seen it. Got air in the bags. No air leaks.
I had it parking over there, so I just moved it here.
Okay. Dang. This thing is sweet. It had to have been kept inside or something. Like.
What was that, like plane mover or something? Removing planes or something like that.
That air valve must not be working or something. Does it seem really high to you? Maybe not, I don't know.
No, that's what it's supposed to be.
Really? Wow. Wet kit. Big old mechanical Caterpillar engine. Does it jack up nice and easy?
Oh, yeah.
We don't need to shut it off when we do it, do we?
Yeah.
That shifter? Okay.
Jump right off.
Yeah. I'll show you my Freightliner I've got. Has it got locks?
Yeah.
Are they automatic?
Coming up and then...
Okay, yeah, automatic locks. Wow. You get it right. There we go. Did you put the wet kit on it or was it already on it?
It's already on.
Oh, really? 7-speed Spicer. I've seen you had it listed for like 4 months.
Yeah.
No one's messaged you about it or nothing?
I got a few people, but not very.
There's like tire kickers?
Yeah.
Wow. This thing's insane, man. Tires are old, that's for sure. Definitely gonna need some tires.
You cannot make it smaller than that.
No. Big one. And this thing, guys, has like exceeded every expectation I had. Like, I can't even contain myself. Like, it runs so good. It's got 24,000. You heard that right. 24,000 original miles. Look at the engine, like everything is in such beautiful condition. Maybe a smaller cat engine, a 10 liter or something like that. It's a 3306D. It does have Jake brakes. We're gonna have to let those things rip. I cannot contain myself. The wet kit we don't need, we could get rid, or we could use this baby for doing like heavy hauls. I just don't even know. Oh my goodness. It's air ride. I cannot contain myself. So we're buying this baby. So I know I mentioned about doing the sled pulling stuff and hot rodding with the Cabover, and I've taken your all's advice. We're not gonna do that. We're just gonna fix the Cabover up. But this baby, this thing's beefy. Like, look at the rear. Like, this rear track bar is massive compared to the one that's on the Cabover. It's crazy. I know these are steel fuel tanks, so we can always put aluminum tanks on it. But the cat engine, see, it blows some black smoke too. Ooh, baby. Imagine this thing sound like straight pipe. This thing's cool as heck. We'll let her down. Wow. Talk about a freaking find right here. He didn't have it on Facebook or Craigslist, just on OfferUp. And OfferUp, no one really goes on there. So, shout out to my father-in-law, Chris, the meat packer, for finding this thing. I was like, really don't need to buy anything else, but dang, just cannot pass up something like this. At all. Look at, I mean, look. We definitely would need to find out how to add AC to it here in Florida. This thing is big. Oh, I've been so excited in so long. Yeah, I had to figure out what's wrong with this door here. It ain't happy. But the fact that this thing's in 1989, guys, it's old. Older than dirt. And is owned by the United States Marine Corps. Pretty crazy. We already had one Air Force truck. Now we have a Marine Corps truck. I like how the air cleaner is back here. That's really cool. Battery box there. There's a lot of freaking potential in this thing. I don't know what we're going to do with it, but definitely need to get some aluminum wheels for it. Some new tires. This thing is awesome. Really cool. All right, let's get the man paid up, and we're going to freaking head home. We're going to go get some food. We're going to go to Fred's Kitchen here in Plant City first. So let me get him paid up, and we're going to roll out. Good luck, thing. This thing is so tight, like the steering, definitely need a smaller steering wheel or a, dang it, I'm already hating we're gonna be going up to Tennessee to work on the Peterbilt, and now we got this baby. Definitely need a smaller steering wheel, because like trying to steer this thing is crazy. But what a unit, what an absolute unit. Comment down below. I know we definitely gotta put new tires on it because they're old. some wheels. We'll hit up our buddies over at buytruckwheels.com, get some sweet new 22.5s for this thing. Definitely do like a half fender on the back, maybe some aluminum tanks, but to get started off, get some new wheels and tires for her, and definitely a bumper. This thing is so freaking cool. Well, there you have it, folks. We're gonna go to Fred's and get some lunch. We'll get some rolling shots of this thing driving down the highway. Comment down below, what do we do with this baby? We're definitely not selling her unless the highest bidder comes around for something crazy, but this is like a 1 in a million. You'll never find a low mileage truck like this. I looked at it, it's actually 28,000 miles on the odometer, but holy smokes. I never in a million years would thought we'd have found it. It's an 89 too, which is crazy, you know, that's like, what, 33, 34 years old. Put an antique plate on this mother trucker. Oh boy. Yep. All right, let's go get some food. All right, guys, we made it back. This thing drove like an absolute charm. It does have a little bit of a shimmy, but it only does like 60 mile an hour. Because you figure back in like the 80s, the speed limit was 55 on the interstate, I think. I know it wasn't very much. And you definitely didn't want to go fast with the braking capabilities these things had back in the day. So, made it back safe and sound. I'm just overall like super pleased with this thing. You know, definitely what we want to do is go through, maybe service it, change the oil. We don't need the wet kit. We'll end up pulling that off. Doing away with that. There's lots of things that we don't need on here, but it's just insane. It blows my mind. Like, I'm thinking, like, this thing is so original. It's even got the old white GMC original quarter fenders here. These are like usually the first thing to go on trucks because people end up hitting them with something, or they get something lodged in the tires and they damage them and it tears them up. The engine run just freaking phenomenal. It definitely has something going on with the wiring with the Jake brakes because they're not working. I'm assuming it's something right here on this wire. You can see right here where this wire loom looks really poor because it's just been exposed to the elements. So you may have to go through some of these wires and kind of just like inspect them. And you can see where there's pieces of a loom right here, an old like rope style loom or whatever, that's just gone. You can see it up there. So you may have to do some research, and I've got some other friends that kind of live in the area that are pretty familiar with Caterpillars, and maybe they can point me in the right direction to say, you know, how to check the Jakes. And I'm sure you guys too, if you want to comment, show us what to check, and we get the Jakes working. This thing definitely needs to be straight piped, like as soon as possible. But no air conditioner does really blow because it is hot here in Florida. But hey, maybe we'll get one of those coolers that blows cold air and put it up there on the bunk in the center. This thing's just so neat. Like, everything's original. Like, it's just so all original. Like, everything works. I don't need this wet kit, so if anybody needs a wet kit, here's a nice wet kit. Or really, you know, maybe we can put it on the cab, on the, I can't really say the Cabover anymore because now we have two. Someone mentioned on some of the comments on Facebook, I've already posted this thing, calling it a telephone booth Cabover. Oh boy, this thing's so neat. The paint job, whoever did it, did a phenomenal job. There's no overspray anywhere. A couple little dings there. Maybe we can get like a paintless dent removal company to come out and take those dings out. It's just very, very cherry. Like, just everything is like, it's just nice. Maybe we can get my buddy Donnie to come out and buff it. Needs a new spot mirror there. Comment down below, what's the first thing we should do? We're going to be going out of town in a couple days to go do all the stuff to the Pete, so this baby will be left here while we're out of town, which is kind of unfortunate because this thing is awesome. But in that time frame, we can order a bunch of parts and get them here so we can get ready to do it. We're definitely going to get some wheels and some new tires. I'm probably going to go with an aggressive rear tire because maybe we can go, I know you guys don't want to hear the sled pulling saying, but I really want to go sled pull something. This would be really neat just to go do it just for nostalgia and to say we did it. There's some couple sled pulls coming up right here local too. And on the back here, it's awfully easy with this frame. It's just like a straight rear frame back here, so it really wouldn't be hard to mount something back here. To bolt it up, we could remove this rear crossmember right here and replace it with something else. But it's crazy, like all the hoses are still nice and soft. They're not brittle. from sitting for so long. And yeah, just need to service it. That should be the first thing we do. Go through, check all the fluids. If the rear fluids are good, we'll definitely want to take that wet kit off, so we'll have to put a block-off plate on the bottom of the transmission. Yeah. So that's a wrap, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed our newest purchase, the white GMC DayCab Cabover. It's an 89 model with 28,000 original miles with the United States Marine Corps tag on the inside. Pretty cool that we have another truck that was used in the military. And we'll catch you in the next video. Hopefully, maybe the next video will be servicing this thing up, going over it, checking everything out. And make sure y'all smash that like button, comment down below on all the questions I've had, and subscribe. We have a lot of viewers that aren't subscribed, so make sure you hit that subscribe button and go get entered to win that JB Tools good old jump box. Catch y'all later. Peace out.